Okay, so let's take a look at this question. We have a discussion question, discuss both views and give your own opinion. Take a look at the question itself. Some people think that parents should teach children to be good members of society. So here, the question is a discussion between who should take the responsibility of making children good members of society. So here, good members, I think we're talking more about morals than other professions and stuff like that. So good members of society, we're talking about raising children who are moral, who contribute to society in a positive way, like through volunteer work, who are honest, trustworthy, and so on. So the discussion is basically who should take the responsibility. Should it be the parents, or should it be teachers at school? So some people think that parents should teach children to be good members of society. Others, however, believe that school is the place to learn this. Discuss both these views and give your opinion. So let's take a look at the response first of all. So how well the student responded to the question. So some people believe that parents' guidance plays a vital role in nurturing children. So here we have vital, it means an important role. Now, I don't think here we're stating, who should take the responsibility. And this is a problem. When we rephrase the statement and we introduce our opinion, we should be careful and make sure that we are focused on the words that are being used and we do not change any meaning. When we change the meaning, definitely it makes it impossible to get a band 7. Okay, so part of the question, the question says discuss both views and give your opinion. So we need to specifically discuss the views that are given and not talk about other opinions or just give a general response. Now, most people who give a general response end up getting a band 6 for task achievement because the main ideas, and the supporting ideas are really off, and they're just general, very, very general response to the question and not specifically dealing with the task that was given. So here we have a vital role in nurturing children. Now, nurturing children doesn't specifically mean making them good members of society. So I think we could have chosen something, in raising maybe upstanding members of society or something like that. We really want to keep the meaning similar and stay on topic. Then we have, while others think that schools hold special significance in developing children to become a good member of society. Okay, this is better, developing children to become members of society, better than nurturing children. I believe both parents and schools possess equal importance in making children good members of society. Okay, so here we have the importance, but I think the discussion is more talking about who should take the responsibility. So in their position, I think it would be better if the writer put something like both should take responsibility because they both possess equal importance and so on in the process. So that would be a better, a more direct response to the question itself. Okay, so I think it is very important that before answering, you analyze the question and really think about the question and brainstorm ideas before you write. I think many candidates are in a hurry to write and they just want to write anything, and that's why the answers are off topic, very general answers, and sometimes they're even contradictory. Okay, let's take a look at BP1, body paragraph 1. What's here? Some people believe that parental guidance plays a vital role. Oh, sorry, that was the introduction. Let's go to body paragraph number 1. On the one hand, parents teach children etiquettes and values of life. Okay, so is this the opinion of the other side, or are we stating why parents should be the ones who should take this responsibility? As children are very close to their parents, they consider their parents as role models and follow their footprints. Okay, so follow their footprints. We have an idiom. Maybe not the most formal, but it's good. It's okay. For instance, so we have the point here that children, they follow their parents, and this is why they should be a part. Okay. For instance, in Pakistan, Abdul Sattar Adhi was a legendary philanthropist and having a soft corner. I'm not sure what soft corner is. I'm not a soft spot, possibly. I'm not sure. To serve the humanity as a result. Oh, sorry. To serve humanity. So we could put a full stop there. And we could put something like, as a result, so we have a capital A there. As a result, his son is now running his Adhi Foundation welfare organization to serve the national to save the nation voluntarily. Therefore, it clearly shows why some people favor this stance. Okay, so I like this. This is kind of showing the importance and how parents can, have an effect over children. It's not specifically stating why it's better than the schools or anything like that. So it's probably not the best response. It doesn't also, as I stated, state anywhere that it's parents that should hold the responsibility. They're the ones who should be responsible. We're just talking in general about the benefits of parents and how when parents are good, the children, they like to follow suit. So a very general answer here, not very focused. I recommend that students make it clear whose position this is. So sometimes I like to recommend that students say, on the one hand, some people believe blah 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 blah, and what they use to support their argument. Okay, this way we're clearly presenting one side of the argument, because the question says discuss both views. So then we know that that is one of the views. Now, if you want to take a partial agreement and agree with both sides and say both of them are significant, possibly at the end of the body paragraph, you could present the idea that that you agree, you definitely that the benefits of parents, influencing children cannot, are irrefutable, and so on and so on. So that way, we're making it clear that we've presented one side of the argument, and in addition to that, we have added our opinion to that. So this body paragraph is serving as a two-in-one. Because it's a partial agreement, you would probably have to agree with the second body paragraph, the other opinion as well. And you could do that in the beginning. We could always add our opinion to the beginning, at the beginning of the body paragraph, by saying others would argue, including myself, that, and we can present the second opinion. Anyway, in the first body paragraph, we have this second idea here, we have a second supporting idea why parents should be involved. Why parents should be involved here in raising, moral members of society and so on. Moreover, children get more attention at home and learn quickly in relaxed atmosphere by observing acts of their parents to become better individuals. So here we're talking about the environment being a relaxed environment, and this is kind of affecting, the ability of children to learn how to become, better individuals. I don't think this was kind of explained in any way as in how this process works, and just giving an example of how this works, maybe with a small, explanation, it might have helped us to understand this idea and to make it more kind of developed. We didn't get any kind of example or explanation here, so I didn't really see the point of adding that supporting idea. The question always asks us to provide examples. So I also recommend, if you have two supporting ideas, go on, write two examples. If you only want to write one example for the two supporting ideas, try to write an example that kind of clarifies both of the supporting points. So definitely, I think that this was kind of a mistake, just presenting the idea like that without any clarification or example. In writing, if an idea isn't, supported, explained, and so on, it is just considered as incoherent. And that's the way writing is. Either you explain it, you support it, and so on, or it is considered incoherent. You cannot rely on people's general knowledge and people's common sense and so on and so on to work out what you mean and why your point is true. Let's move on to BP2, body paragraph 2. On the other hand, schools also help simultaneously. So at the same time, to have both working simultaneously, kind of in a parallel fashion there. Simultaneously, various ways to develop children's abilities. Firstly, school teaches subject-verb agreement, teaches children practical aspects of life, the obstacles they will encounter, and how to tackle them with courage. Wow. Nice, by the way. It's nice to say school does all this good stuff, but as I said, I wouldn't throw in so many ideas, because then it gives you a difficult job. You have to try and clarify these with examples and explain and so on and so on. So I think keep your ideas simple so that the examiner doesn't say, you haven't developed your ideas or clarified them or anything like that. So try not to make yourself responsible for too much. When you open your mouth, in thesis statements and so on, and you present your ideas, you become responsible for, explaining, clarifying, and developing these ideas. So keep it simple. So firstly, schools teach children practical aspects of life, obstacles they will encounter, and how to tackle them with courage. It's not really that focused on, moral, citizen and stuff like that. A good member of society. I think more focused on the moral aspect here. Of course, these qualities, of course, they could help. If you want to contribute towards society, and you're a practical person, and so on and so on. But whenever we put points, we have to really tie them to the answer itself, and we can't just throw around ideas and not directly tie them to the question. For example, let's see, maybe the example is doing that. For example, when a child goes to school, they meet diverse cultural friends, which consequently gives them an opportunity to learn how to cooperate and build endurance. Is that patience? Okay. Secondly, school provides a platform. Provide for as the collocation. Provides a platform for children to broaden their horizons by is always ing, by gaining positive competitive skills, such as during exam sporting events. I'm not sure why competitive skills are going to be good for becoming a good member, a moral member of society. So I didn't really see that. Thus, will be beneficial for them to become a good citizen of society. Well, I think you have to tie that. I think you have to clarify your ideas how these skills and these things will help you to be a more beneficial and good member of society. So definitely you have to clarify your points. Right? Then we have to conclude. In my opinion, parents and school. The parents and schools both hold substantial spelling mistake importance in developing their abilities. Who are their abilities? You haven't mentioned there, as in the parents or schools. I know you're talking about children, but basically you have to be careful when you're using these reference links. So these are reference links, these pronouns and so on. Developing, children's abilities and skills directly or indirectly to become a good member of society. Okay, so the issue definitely was kind of a general response, very general response. We had quite a lot of lexical and grammatical, mistakes there. School teachers, it teachers, platform for, broaden horizons. What else do we have? Some people favor in the present simple. As a result, we should have a capital A there. Okay, his son is running, present continuous. We need the verb to be. Yeah, parents, plural, as role models, not as a role model. You're not going to take both of them as a. So children, take parents as role models and follow their footprints. So we have a lot of grammatical, lexical mistakes. Schools help. So plural, subject verb agreement. This was way too many mistakes in all of the areas really for a band 7. So basically we're looking at a straight 6 here for everything more or less. You need a lot more accuracy for GRA and for LR to get a band 7. So that is a straight 6 essay. I hope this was beneficial.